Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. It's me again, Jen. Hello! And we are talking all month long about the Rider-Waite deck and some of those little nitty-gritty pieces and symbolism that are in the cards so that you kind of have a basis for all these crazy decks that I look at the rest of the year and can go, oh yeah, I understand where this little symbol is coming from or that little symbol is coming from. And speaking of little symbolisms and dogmas and things like that, we've been talking a lot this month also about the Hierophant card. So the Hierophant can also be like the High Priest or the Pope. Lots of different names for this card, even in the more traditional decks. So the Hierophant card is highly representative of rules, dogma, regulation. It is religion and government and all of those big body things, as well as education. So when I look at this card, yes, it's a 5, and 5 is kind of chaos and things like that usually, and instability. But what the Hierophant is it's taking all that instability and creating order out of the chaos. So I personally have some issues, we'll say, things that I need to work on about the Hierophant card. I'm a bit more of a person who likes to make my own rules and do my own thing, but I can see where some rules and some guidelines have their place in society, especially if we have to deal with other people in that society. But I also am very wary of when this card comes up and how dogmatic that could mean for the reading or the person getting the reading. All of this stuff, it's like all this rigidity and structure and things like that, which some people need that. Some people really want the, again, keys. Keys are representative of a lot of things, the keys to heaven, the keys to higher knowledge. So some people want to really work for those keys and they need structure to do that. So I understand all that. I do. I get it. I'm more of like learn as I go kind of person and let me figure out the keys on my own. But we also have the students down here, and we've got the crosses, which are equally representative of a particular dogma and one that I still, struggle with now and again. But again, it's very much that structure of higher education. So this is someone who is seeking more the academic knowledge, not those key little tiny points that we all learn in the beginning, ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. It's not the stuff that you need to like survive day to day. These are higher knowledge sort of things. These are things that are not necessarily necessary, but they do kind of open your brain and expand your mind and your spiritualism and all those things, as long as you're not using them in the negative to the detriment of that growth process. So when you get too narrow, too focused, this card can come up as well. This card is attached to Taurus, and Taurus can be very bullheaded. We know this. It is represented by the bull. So again, stubbornness, rigidity, also earth. So these are lessons that are very much in the tangible of things. It's like, I'm gonna structure this so that you understand. This isn't some kind of woo-woo kind of thing. Oh, make up your own rules. No, let's have a book. Let's learn it. Let's memorize it. Let's do all of those things. So when you find this card come up too, maybe it's time to read up on some things, get some textbooks, and not just rely on your gut and your instinct. That's another card altogether. So while I have some give and take issues with the Hierophant card, I can also see its value in a lot of ways. So it is also interesting to note that this card, while yes, strongly representing in this deck a very particular dogma of religion, it has been represented in many of my other decks. If you look at like the Steampunk Tarot, leans more into the education side. It has the apple represented, and with the apple you have that knowledge sort of, Sir Isaac Newton kind of thing. Also the tree of knowledge of Adam and Eve, all of those kinds of things. So yes, it does want to open your mind, but there must be a study of it. There must be structure to it. So I think I've said structure multiple times in this already. So again, I'm talking a lot about this card, so check out the other pictures and things that I've got going on in Tarot Cafe. We're playing a lot with this. Also, Raw Intuition podcast is doing a big thing on the Hierophant. So check out that podcast as well. Raw and I go deep into this kind of stuff. So until next time, be safe, be healthy, be happy, and stay stable, I guess. All right, bye.